Hey everybody, this is Matt. I'm going to give you a crash course on phytonutrients today. What are phytonutrients? What are these things? These are plant-based compounds that are the most beneficial compounds in plants, better than nutrients, better than any minerals, vitamins, anything like that. Because these things actually, they help to bind to toxins, heavy metals, they bind to mycotoxins, they help to feed the good bacteria in the gut, they help to modulate genetic expression, they help to increase detoxification potential. They help to fight off viruses. They're antifungal, they're antimicrobial. It's basically everything you would ever want. So phytonutrients are actually produced by plants in response to stress. So if you have, for example, a plant that is under extreme stress, heat stress, stress from bugs, stress from whatever, wind, things like that, then it produces these phytonutrients as a manner of strengthening itself through, and resisting pathogens, basically. The phytonutrients are the most important part of plants, and they are, like I said, 10 times more important than the vitamins, minerals, etc. And they're often neglected by modern medicine. And then people say, oh, well, the phytonutrients, never heard of those. Things like resveratrol, curcumin, apigenin, luteolin, the list goes on. There's over 100,000 of them that are out there. Sulforaphane, there's flavonoids, there's polysaccharides, there's tons of different ones. So the reality is they are the future. They are anti-cancerous, they're genetic gene modulators, they're just everything you would possibly want. But phytonutrients are hard to be able to get in modern food because most modern food is processed and it's not organic. And whenever food's not organic, you have a much lower phytonutrient production. And also when you are eating foods that are processed, there's like no phytonutrients present at all. So what they taught us back in the day when we, in science class, was that vitamins and minerals are like the key nutrients that you need to get from foods, but they neglected to realize that phytonutrients are actually far more important. These things were not really discovered at the time, and these anthocyanins, phytosterols, all these things were extremely important. They showed in modulating immune response specifically, which they found is the key driver of inflammation, is your own immune response. So these phytonutrients, they all modulate mast cell response. They also all calm down the immune system, and they all reduce inflammation. They all assist with the things that you want, and the reality is, if you're living off of mostly animal products and not getting enough plants, you're not getting enough phytonutrients in your diet, and if you're not consuming any supplements with phytonutrients, then you're a phytonutrient low diet, and that's going to lead you into a place where you eventually have more inflammation than you would want, more acidity, more toxins than you want, an impaired detoxification system, and the list goes on. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions about phytonutrients, feel free to reach out. My favorite ones, I'd say, are apigenin, bisalin, the sulforaphane, resveratrol, curcumin, but there's countless other ones, countless, genistein, countless other ones. A great brand that sells lots of phytonutrients is Swanson Vitamins. Take a look at them, and they have lots of them for sale there. You can look up the different effects that each of these things have, but the commonality is they all calm down inflammation, they all reduce mast cell activation, and they all are derived from plants, and they are simply antimicrobial, antifungal, gene modulators, all that in one. So thanks for watching, everybody. Go to my website, endsickness.org. Got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there. Hope to see you again at another video soon.